Hi Leo, it's Meg with Padmes, and we're doing your Tarotscope for December 2020. Hope you're having a wonderful month so far. We're going to be looking at your energy of the rest of the month. We're calling in our angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light. So don't want to talk to anybody else. And this is for anyone who has Leo in Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Any cross watchers who want to know about their Leos, you can find messages here. Okay, Leo, what is going on with you this month? All right, Leo, it looks like the first thing that I'm noticing is your big picture. The big picture is talking about some strife. It's talking about some anxiety and some upset, some stuff it's either keeping you from sleeping or it's making you sleep a lot. But there's some kind of, and I'm hearing trauma energy, and I'm feeling it in your heart and your solar plexus. So the big picture is like what this is about. So whatever you are processing in the month of December, it has something to do with this strife that's coming up and out and wanting to be released. The heart of this situation is talking about some justice happening and no longer being out in the cold, no longer being shunned, recouping all of your losses, wasted expenses, I'm hearing. But this is also resources, pulling your resources back to you, or any resources that you have lost are coming back to you, and justice is served. This can even be talking about a lawsuit that's caused a lot of grief and stress and strife. And happening now and into the near future, here you are sitting as the Empress, and the Empress is her abundant self, sitting there being a magnet and letting these things just come to her, flow to her from the universe. So I like that. I like that there's healing that's happening here. There's a release of anxiety and strife, and there's a lot of abundance. Your advice is talking about, this is the wedding card, this is the marriage card, but it's also talking about this foundation, putting your sights on building a foundation, or if you're choosing someone or something, making sure that the foundation is solid there. That's your advice. Building that solid foundation, or recognizing a solid foundation instead of red flags that keep you from your releasing of the things that you need to release. Let me say that another way. It's looking for people and things to support you rather than challenge you. Not challenge in a bad way, like you don't want to get into something that's not challenging for growth. It's not that. It's like the red flag kind of challenging you just to challenge you, just to. I almost feel like there's somebody who's having a situation where someone's challenging them and saying that I am doing this for your own good. It hurts me more than it hurts you. Like I'm trying to help you by being challenging. But in actuality, it's not the right time for that type of hardcore support. It's time for a different kind of support for you. It's time for the, hey, I'm here, I'm surrounded by love, I'm going to give you hugs kind of support. So keep that in mind. And also keep in mind that if somebody is giving you a kind of support that's not working for you, let them know what does work for you. Use your words, Leo. Use your words. There is coming from a place this month of having to put a lot of boundaries around yourself. It's like there was a lot of safety and protection that you're energetically having to put around yourself because of this feeling of being unsafe, or this feeling of strife. Your higher self is saying this month is all about moving on. moving on into clearer waters, but moving on to a completely new path and trusting the universe that this is the right path, this is the right thing for you. Moving on, leaving the past behind, not leaving it behind and not worrying about it, not worrying about it anymore. Your angels and guides are talking about foundation again. They're like, oh, and this is it. Whatever it is that is not being offered to you, there's a reason for it. If you want something and you're having a hard time getting it, or someone's just literally saying no, swim away. Just swim away, because the universe is telling you this isn't the right thing anyway, or it's not the right time for this thing. So don't force it. And oh, what's happened here? What is this? While we're talking about this, here we go. This card pops out. This is talking about some kind of collaboration. This is also my therapy card. So this could have to do with therapy and being able to really grow when you find certain assistance that you need. Okay, so I'm looking at your resistance, and even all this abundance is coming to you. I'm hearing that you might be avoidant to these resources, not open to receive them. They're all there. There's this part of you that's manifested all of this, and then there's part of you that's resistant, like I'm not worthy of this. Keep this in mind, Leo. In this life, however you got all of this abundance could be very much working out in your karmic favor, even if it doesn't feel like you deserve it in this life for something that you've done in a past life. You're being given this because it's divine timing for that type of energy to come back to you and be fruitful for you. So don't let your personality, self, mind stuff get in the way of feeling worthy of this. You have to understand that you're worthy of it, because if you weren't, you wouldn't be getting it. It's just magnetic. It's just the law of attraction. So keep that in mind. You can still self-sabotage yourself in this life, so you don't need to do that. You don't need to be you don't need to process martyr energy. Release the idea that all of this stuff isn't happening for your divine and greatest good. This is your emotional satisfaction, the greatest emotional satisfaction. This is for you. This one wants to come out too, right? Talk about a complete ending of something, coming from a place where there's just a complete ending of a cycle of wrath. Let's look at this past, present, and future. So in the past, it looks like there has been a lot of emotional fulfillment. There's been some type of emotional fulfillment in the past. In the present, I'm getting to the truth of what it means to heal my heart. What does it mean to heal my heart? What is compassion? What is love? And then really combining those things. Your trajectory is talking about this alchemy, divine alchemy, where things are working together in a way that maybe you weren't even expecting. So, okay, I want to say more about this. Receiving gifts from the universe. When you are receiving gifts from the universe, when you're getting this abundance, when you're getting all this abundance, it's someone else's karma that needs to witness or learn from your receiving. Keep that in mind too, Leo. There's something about receiving gracefully. Let me just put another card down for that. Receiving gracefully. It's like what you are doing now is affecting others around you. This has been wanting to come out. and it's coming out. Okay, so here, it's restructuring the rules. There's some restructuring of rules going on here. There's also a need to connect with your higher self and to step outside of your personality self and the way your personality self is dealing with all of this. The personality self really has to go through that. It has to work its way through the physical part. But your higher self is wanting to be present here. So allowing your higher self into that personality self so healing can happen is really important. So that being in the solid foundation, seeing that you deserve the solid foundation, that you deserve the abundance that you're receiving. And this coming together, recouping all of the things that you have lost, this can be from this life, but it can also be from a past life. And that's kind of what I'm feeling and hearing today, Leo, that you're fulfilling something that started before this life. Okay, I want to ask a little bit more from the Lenormand about happening now and into the near future. And this is very much about the past. It's very much about past energy, unfulfilled past energy, and how that's coming into fruition right now. This is also about being your creative energy being honored in this life. So something that you have done creatively in the past life, is coming into fruition in this life. I feel like I said this earlier, but in this energy too, I think it's fire energy actually this month, but don't be in competition with the universe. It will laugh at you. Go ahead and be open to receiving what the universe is bringing to you, and go ahead and be open to receiving the things that you have set up for yourself to receive. Leo, Leo, Leo. I want to ask your angels and guides for an oracle card for this month. Loyal heart. Well, isn't that just so you, Leo? Loyal heart. This is also a 3 and a 5, which is 8. And 8 for me is as above, so below. So just know this is happening energetically. This is happening from your higher self, your true self, as above, so below. This is also about being loyal to your own heart and not just being loyal to others. This is also about change happening. And the change that's happening has a really nice creative flow when you open your heart to receive, being loyal to your heart. I feel like one more wants to come out here for you, Leo. Go the distance. I love it. Go the distance. That is about long time coming. Long time coming. Bring this full circle. Receive what it is that you're here to receive, Leo. I really like this for you this month. And I'm looking forward to your Tarotscope in mid-month. Let me know how this resonates with you and what's going on. And I will see you soon.